Joseph was the 11th son of Jacob, born to Rachel in the land of Canaan. From the beginning, his father loved him more than all his brothers because he had been born in Jacob's old age. Jacob made Joseph a richly ornamented robe with long, colorful sleeves, and when Joseph's brothers saw the special robe, hatred slowly grew inside them. One night, Joseph dreamed that he and his brothers were binding sheaves in a field, when suddenly his sheaf rose upright, while the sheaves of his brothers bowed down before it. Joseph told the dream to his brothers, but instead of rejoicing, they became furious and accused him of wanting to rule over them. Later, Joseph dreamed again, and this time the sun, moon, and 11 stars bowed down before him. Even Jacob rebuked Joseph after hearing the dream, though secretly he wondered whether the dreams truly came from God. One day, Jacob sent Joseph to check on his brothers who were grazing flocks near Shechem. After traveling far, Joseph finally found his brothers near Dothan, but when they saw him approaching from afar, they began plotting to kill him. The brothers said to one another, "Here comes the dreamer," and they planned to murder him and throw his body into a pit. Reuben, the oldest brother, secretly wanted to rescue Joseph later, so he convinced the others not to kill him directly. When Joseph arrived, his brothers violently stripped off his colorful robe and threw him into an empty cistern. As Joseph cried for mercy from inside the pit, his brothers calmly sat down nearby to eat a meal. Soon a caravan of Ishmaelite and Midianite traders appeared traveling toward Egypt with camels loaded with spices, balm, and myrrh. Judah suggested selling Joseph instead of killing him, and the brothers agreed. The traders pulled Joseph from the pit and bought him for 20 pieces of silver before taking him away to Egypt. The brothers dipped Joseph's robe in goat's blood and showed it to Jacob, making him believe that a wild animal had killed his beloved son. Jacob mourned deeply for Joseph and refused to be comforted. Joseph was taken down into Egypt and sold as a slave to Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh and captain of the guard. Even as a slave, the Lord was with Joseph, and everything he did prospered. Potiphar noticed Joseph's wisdom and eventually placed him in charge of his entire household. Joseph became handsome and well-built, and Potiphar's wife began desiring him. Day after day, she tried to seduce Joseph, but he refused because he did not want to sin against God or betray his master. One day when no servants were nearby, Potiphar's wife grabbed Joseph's garment and demanded that he sleep with her. Joseph fled from the house, leaving his garment behind in her hands. Humiliated and furious, Potiphar's wife falsely accused Joseph of attempting to assault her. When Potiphar heard the accusation, Joseph was thrown into Pharaoh's prison. Even inside prison, God remained with Joseph and gave him favor in the eyes of the prison warden. Soon Joseph was placed in charge of the other prisoners and managed everything inside the prison. After some time, Pharaoh's chief cupbearer and chief baker were imprisoned for offending the king. One night, both men had troubling dreams that they could not understand. Joseph explained that interpretations belong to God and asked them to describe their dreams. The cupbearer dreamed of a vine with 3 branches that budded and produced grapes, which he pressed into Pharaoh's cup. Joseph interpreted the dream and said that within 3 days the cupbearer would be restored to Pharaoh's service. The baker then revealed his own dream in which birds ate bread from baskets resting on his head. Joseph sadly explained that within 3 days the baker would be executed. Exactly as Joseph predicted, Pharaoh restored the cupbearer and executed the baker during a royal birthday celebration. Yet the restored cupbearer forgot Joseph completely, and Joseph remained imprisoned for 2 more years.